Van Show. He's a monster on a mission to talk to lots of folks. Van Show. Van Show. Van Show. Van Show.
Hey everybody, it's
Hello.
the Van Show. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Oh my, I cannot believe this. We have two guests today, two very special guests. We have Jesus Trejo and Eliza Kinkz. Say hello, guys.
Hello.
Hey. Now, we're super stoked to have you. Fernie, are you excited?
Hi, Fernie.
Oh my goodness.
Beautiful eyes, Fernie.
Do you need any water, Fernie, or are you good?
Yep.
No, we take what
That's
we
what
take
I
good
was
care of
thinking.
Fernie. Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. For them. Now, we want to learn about you. So first of all, tell us where you're from.
I'm from Long Beach, California, born and raised. Been there my whole life. It's a beautiful town. Long Beach, there's a beach in my town, and it's great. And yeah.
Who'd have thunk there's a beach at Long Beach?
I know. It's like right there, right in the name. You believe that?
And I'm from Dallas, Texas originally, but right now I live in Austin.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, so you wised up in your old age.
Yes, I did. I got out of there as fast as I could.
Well, you're both here because you're artists in your own right, and I wanted to learn a little bit about how you got there. So
Yeah.
Tell me, how did you get started with art?
So I'm a stand-up comedian. I've been a stand-up comedian now going on 17 years. I got started when I was 20 years old. I was in college. I've always loved telling a joke. I love writing a joke. And I was no good in the beginning, but once I decided that was my career path, I put all my effort into writing and performing. So from 20 to now, it's been my whole journey as a stand-up comedian.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And so, like, I mean, were you considered class clown as a kid?
Oh, that's a great question. I actually was pretty shy and still am pretty shy and quiet. I was never considered a class clown or anything. I mean, I was a little disruptive maybe because I like hanging out with friends while we were doing schoolwork, because who likes schoolwork? I liked it, but you get what I'm saying.
No.
As I got older,
feel free.
I found this.
Don't hold yourself back.
Yeah, so as I got older, I really kind of honed in this skill of like telling a joke and being funny, and the stage is like my safe space and my happy place, and I'm so happy I was able to discover it.
I love that. You know, Fernie is a bit of a stand-up comic himself.
Fernie? Yes, I would love to hear a joke, Fernie.
Yeah, let's hear it, Fernie.
That's a good one, Fernie.
Oh, Fernie.
Oh, that is good.
Sometimes Fernie forgets this is a show for kids. You just try to keep it a little less than blue there, buddy.
Oh, Fernie. It is a good one, though, for sure.
That was a good one. All right, man. All right, Eliza, we want to hear about your story.
Well, I've always, since I was a little kid, I loved to draw stories and draw pictures and then write words with the stories. And we even had an activity when I was in kindergarten that I remember. And there was 4 activity tables, because the idea was to switch up during the week and do one activity. And one of the activities was making a picture book. And you know what I did? I loved it so much that the next day I was like, I didn't make a picture book yesterday. And then I made another picture book. And then the third day of school, I was like, oh, I didn't make a picture book yesterday. And I made a third book. And then by the end of the week, my teacher somehow caught on, because everybody had one picture book and I had 6.
I'm surprised it took them that long. It's
I know, right?
I'm a very attentive teacher. I got some questions I want to ask you individually.
Okay.
So, Eliza, I want to start with you. So, last year, big year, from what I hear.
Yeah.
James Marshall Fellowship.
Yes.
And
George and Martha.
best muffin you ever ate.
Miss Nelson.
Both in the same year.
Oh my gosh. It was
So, like, how did these two
phenomenal
events
year.
inspire you?
So the James Marshall Fellowship, they award it to an illustrator every 2 years, or an author, and I was the very fortunate recipient, and I got to go through all of James Marshall's stuff.
What?
Yeah, 15 boxes that had his paintbrushes, all his picture book ideas, all of his art notes, and he was one of the funniest illustrator authors of this of the history of it, and I felt so privileged to just hang out with his stuff all day.
That's amazing. Did you get to take it home?
I wanted to. I did. I even heard him. I felt like his presence, because he's actually from San Antonio, Texas, and I felt his presence telling me to put an enchilada dinner in one of the boxes. But luckily the archivalist found out before I did it.
Archivalist / ghost wrangler.
Yeah, I know, exactly. And then the best muffin, oh man, it was at this small bakery. Oh, it was like, I think it might have just been a dream bakery, because it was just the best blueberry muffin, crunchy top, soft, cakey innards. Oh my goodness, it was like the best muffin.
Now, Jesus,
Yes.
You're a stand-up comedian as well as a children's book author now.
Yes, sir.
How did you find a way to combine those two things? Your love of children's books and stand-up comedy?
I basically grew up in a library, right? It's like I felt like my whole upbringing was, around books and, my fascination with illustrations and story. I think I was able to merge both of those things. So the art of storytelling and being funny kind of came together. So it's like, as a stand-up comedian, we write an hour special, right? And sometimes you get invited to do what's called a late night show, and those sets are 5 minutes. So it felt very similar to creating a 5-minute stand-up routine or set that you would find on the Late Show or the Tonight Show, that kind of thing. So I felt like the book really spoke to that, the ability to tell a story, some jokes within a smaller in a smaller time frame, if that makes sense. So
yeah,
I'm very lucky that this has always been a childhood dream of mine to write a book, and I'm glad that both of those worlds came together so beautifully.
Heck yeah.
Can I headbutt you for a little bit?
Oh yeah, here we go.
Okay. Yes, that's like a fist bump, but better.
And so, one last question on that: have you done stand-up for kids?
I have done a stand-up for kids. I think on two occasions. I would love to do it more. I think it's I love doing silly jokes. I love doing shows for like an all ages crowd. I think it's very special. I didn't grow up going to comedy shows with my parents, and I always wanted the opportunity to do that. So I think I kind of want to create a show where I want to create the show that I would want to attend with my parents as a kid. So hopefully I can get more into that.
All right, let's talk about your book. So you brought a book with you here today. Can you tell us about it?
Well, this book, I'm very excited. There's a double release, Spanish and English. The Spanish version of it is El Barrilito Mágico de Papá, and the English one is Papa's Magical Water Jug Clock. And it's based on my upbringing. I used to work with my father. My father was a gardener. He did a lot of landscaping. So as a kid, I would go out there and help my dad. And this story is just a beautiful story that I remember as a kid. It was like kind of an inside joke that my dad and I had. And yeah, just so lucky to tell this story that's all too common in my community, and it hasn't really been seen or explored in this quadrant of books. So we're really excited that the book is out. It's a double release on June 6th. And I was so lucky that I got to work with Eliza, who's just an amazing illustrator that just brought this story to life.
That's awesome. So now, you wrote the words first and then you sent them over to Eliza, or did you guys start working together from the beginning?
Well, we got paired up through, Minerva, and I wrote it, and we got paired up and sent it to her, and she brought it to life.
And so, Eliza, what was it like when you got Jesus's words? What was your thought process as far as turning these into pictures?
Oh, well, first off, when I got his words, I loved it. I just this book was just, his words were so full of joy and humor, which is exactly what I love to do. And so I turned the book, I turned the words into images and beautiful art. And it's like you get to see his mom and his dad and little Jesus.
I had a hair back then. You believe that?
Yeah. And then what's even awesomer, so his dad drives a work van.
How cool is that?
And then look at this. This is my favorite part. Whoa.
What? Oh my gosh.
There's the man on the cover.
That's so cool.
That's always my favorite.
Can I do another headbutt?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Can I get a hug?
Eliza, you want to get on?
Oh, can
Oh,
I
you
get a
want a
hug?
hug?
Oh, I love you. I'm just going to stay like this forever. Oh, maybe not.
All right, well, that's about all the time we've got. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having
Yeah,
us. You're
thank you
amazing.
so
Pleasure to meet you,
much.
Fernie.
Fernie, I give you a hug too. Ow, prickly, prickly, ow.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Adios, bye.